What's good? You rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. You know it's nothing without the cart sound in the background. You already know. Shout to CommenterNation, the greatest nation since United Nations. We finna get into it, but before I even get into it, go subscribe to that channel, TheCzarr, capital THE, capital CZARR. Just type in TheCzarr into your YouTube search engine and it'll come up with the channel. 1,000 subs, I'll begin releasing videos. 1,000 plus. Well, you already know that comes with bonus features like any other unit, like any other stand-up unit. Now, let's get into it. Quickly, I want to say, whoever's wives those were that were shading, trying to be loud yesterday, your wife's hit, bro. Don't disrespect me like that. If you're going to send someone to try and shade and act funny, make sure your wife looks good. I don't know what officer's wife. Oh, and if she wants to say she's single, I'm single, I'm not married. Good. Then I know why. Don't send no one's hit wife. You're mature, you're thin built, but you're still mooked. They sat down and said, let's send the mookedest women we have that work with our force to shade him. That's literally what it was. Because I'm not offended. I was cringing because I was like, whose wife is that? You could dress nice if you want, but when you're hit, you're hit. You can be skinny as you want, but when you're hit, you're hit. I'm sorry, ma'am. You were beat, and I wasn't hurt by anything you were saying, trying to be loud with your buddy. Listen, you two need to go out and get yourself together. If you had any video, it would have to come up ugly mature or ugly wife. It would have to. My goodness, send someone hot. If you got a hot wife and you're with authority, please send her. Stop letting these guys send their beat wives. This is getting on my nerves, please. That's the only thing that made me mad. Like, why is she so beat? Why is she so beat laughing like she's hot? No, you're not. I don't care how nice you were dressed. You were moved. You were hit. I'm sorry. Don't come through here no more looking like that. You could be nice dressed, but don't come through here like that. Please. Please. You know what? I get you guys wanted to send something to try and torture, to speak loud about information they subtly know. But the biggest torture is that you lay down with her. I can't believe you. I'm sorry, my dude. I keep it real. Everybody knows CommenterNation keeps it real. If y'all seen her, look, I thought a scary movie was beginning. I walked in, sat down. You know, she started trying to get loud with what she was talking about after I completed my video. I wasn't even mad. I was just like, man, the scariest, most torturous part is that you're you sitting in here talking loud for attention, but looking like that and thinking you don't. That was the messed up part. I'm just keeping it real. You know, TheCzarr, all rights reserved, keeps it real with you. What's good, rocking with your boy? Yeah, all rights reserved. Let's get into this. Can someone send me, and everything has a purpose, video that Miami Herald spoke of declaring individuals who were actually riding, or an individual riding with Tentacion at the bank? Please, does someone have any footage of that? Can someone also, this is number 2, give me some type of close-up footage of the man that was inside the shop on the video with Dedrick Williams and Robert Allen walked into the store? Can someone give me that video, a close-up of that man's face? Yes, this goes out to M. Bukari, Michelle. This goes out to you for noticing something no one else knew and went along with, but we're going to figure this out because that was a mystery to me. When I looked at it, I seen what you were talking about. She can co-sign that I did. I sent the information to 2 others, and my sources told me, you know, let's look at this and this. So they said, TheCzarr, which they're supposed to, let's slow up and look at a few other things. I need the video from who they allege walked out the bank. I already have other videos assorted of the individuals they speak of, but I need to match this up with direct video of what was released in Miami Herald and who they declared him to be. Also video of what actually the person who was beside Tentacion looked like. And the third video of a close-up of the man that got out the car and ran. I need those 3. You give me those 3, this weekend will not be lit. It will be overlit because I have some things that I want to talk about. And I already have the award ceremony close-ups. I have all of that stuff. I need close-ups of the individuals that were in each of these scenes. And if that individual's watching, he's already looking like, no way. Yes, way. Yes. Yes. Now, you may be wondering why, but I'll tell you exactly why when we get into it this weekend. What we want to quickly talk about. And, this is off-brand of what I've just asked for. Who was really in the shot with XXXTentacion? Now, here's the thing that most people miss. We were given names. We were given cosigns by major figures, major people that were asking for certain things and declaring certain things. Do the names match up with the photos of what actually is going on? That's my question. Do the names that we were given match up with the people who they are alleging to be in the situation? Do these names also match up with the social medias that I have of the people they're declaring to have been in certain situations at certain times? You see, because if you're declaring something as fact, it has to be referenced in some way. So when I match these pictures up with people and I match these pictures up that people send me, it should match exact. There shouldn't be nothing that's off base. Everything should be making sense, right? Because you declared these people to be certain places at certain times. And one thing that I noticed, time zones and different occurrences and things that should match up have not been matching up in this case. That is a fact. There have been many different objective criticisms given in this case compared to the different people that we actually have showing up. And I'm being objective. I'm letting it rock. Shout to my 34 other countries that we're rocking with. That's a fact. Shout to everyone that's interacting in the comments. I'm asking you guys to come up with those 3 factors. I'll say them quickly again. A picture of the video, or if any video was shown of who was walking into the bank, if XXXTentacion did walk in the bank with who was declared in the Miami Herald. I also want to see a close-up of the individual at Riva Motorsports standing beside XXXTentacion. And the third thing, I want to see a close-up of the man that got out and ran from the car. I need to see these 3 things in order for me to verify certain, let's say, characteristics of the situation. Because from my own investigation, I'm alleging that I'm going to get different responses, but I'm going to go with the ones that make most sense and that are close up and clear as possible so that I can see some features and see certain things that may or may not line up with some other things I got sent. That is where we're going to start. And literally from there is where we're going to be able to develop some type of understanding or notion of exactly what's going on. This is very important. And those who I spoke with in the background, you know how important it is. Because I need to verify some things. If this turns out a certain way, Michelle, you might get the award for this whole entire scenario. And I don't mean the whole XXXTentacion series. I mean the whole scenario of what may have actually happened. And I will give you that credit. There was also another person that agreed with you who I saw, but most people did not. I looked objectively. We spoke late last night and went through it. I'm starting to see what you're talking about. And I did not notice this myself. And I thought about it. I'm like, is she on to something? Then I looked again. I'm like, wait. Let me slow my roll on this one. Let me find out what actually is going on. So that's why I need those 3 videos. Because I need to understand something else. And if it comes out a certain way, shame on investigators. If it turns out a certain way, shame on you guys. Shame on you for doing that. Shame on these magazines that said a name and didn't match a face to it. Shame on you. Because we're going off a lot of hearsay. We went off hearsay that our uncle was with him. That was hearsay. We had no photo up until now. Now you brought out the video. What did I tell you? I told you it was going to be a double-edged sword. Either it's going to work in your favor or it's going to work against you. When I get these 3 photos, we'll see which way it goes. Because honestly, after the things I received and the photos I generated myself, I want to see some more evidence. I don't like the way this is looking. And if this lines up a certain way, it begins to open up another door for me to actually understand the details of what could have happened. This is slowly generating the understanding of what the situation was. And shame on any source that gave out a direct name in writing of who was with him, and if it does not match up. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. You should have did more research before you released the name of someone else who I'm not seeing the photos match up. I pulled the name of the individual you named, and for some reason, I see inconsistencies in the photos I'm looking at. Why is that? Why is that? That's why I need commenters to hit me up, go hard on Instagram, send your questions through. We're going to answer them this weekend. We're going to answer them. And I still got more fire coming. You know, once you get past the prequel and the sequel, what comes next? I don't know, but you could say part 3. I don't know about that. You could say part 4. But in my mind, this is going to be Rocky 3, 4, and 5 in one shot. Because that's how we do this here. One of the strongest nations since United Nations. You think we're playing with it? Nah. I need people stepping up, showing me some differences. If you believe that the name matched the photo, step up and show me the photo that matches with the name of the person that was indicated throughout this case to have showed up with him. And I want some proof. Because the person, photo I have, come on. Come on. Shout to Nigeria. Come on. Shout to Nigeria. Because you watch me too. Shout to you. Really, I need to see something. I need to see something that makes sense to me. I'm sorry. Because I told you again, I don't say things without reason. I need someone to come up with these videos, close up photos, close up, and prove this to me. Prove the name Miami Herald mentioned was at the bank with him that I read. Prove to me that it is who they say it is. And as you know, the crew comes through. They pick a certain time. They want to get recognized here in America. You already know. We're in different countries. They got it. Let it go.
You say 6.
I say 5. You say 6.
They want to work hard. They want to work hard. Let them work hard. I know how that goes. Essentially, I'm past that point. But ultimately, I need to understand what's going on. And again, go over to that channel, TheCzarr, subscribe so I can release this other footage, this other video, and different videos actually, talking about some very serious things, asking some very intuitive questions that are a little deeper. I really respect everybody rocking with the channel. Again, guys, if you're with the law, don't send no beat woman shading me. Don't send no hit woman, or I will call them out every time. The different things they're talking about. And you guys are that old and you're just going through school. You're that old and you're sitting there. That's why I know it's suspicious. Come on. And if you are, good for you. But don't be hit like that. Trying to be cute, laughing. Nah, I was getting sick to my stomach. I had to turn my music up like, Lord, please. These guys are ridiculous. They send their wife like she's hot, dressed pretty. Listen, dress as pretty as you want. When you're beat like that, you're beat. Don't try and pull up beside me like that, sitting there beside me talking loud like you're shading me. No, I wasn't shaded at all. I felt bad for you. I really did feel bad for you because I'm like, if she really knew what she looked like to other men that had, let's say, some type of standards, she wouldn't be laughing like that. She wouldn't be in there shading anyone. She'd be looking at herself like, I need to work on myself. That's what you would have said to yourself instead of speaking things out like it's cute. Nah, John, nah. I'm sorry. You take this L. You keep that L. Because I'm cool with taking an L and bouncing back, but you can't bounce back from being that hit. And whatever person you're laying down with, I feel bad for them. Whoever got allegedly intoxicated and laid down with you, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for them. Yes, I do. This is important information. I'm looking for people to come up with it. I don't know what format I'm going to use yet, but it's going to be a dope format. Get ready Friday. Tomorrow, you're going to know the gist of things, and we're going to take over the weekend like we always do. Weekend Warriors Part 3. Stand up. Let's go. All countries. Let's go. Stand up. CommenterNation with your country below. CommenterNation with your city below. Represent. This is where you represent. We had no music tonight. Nobody's riding through. It was raining. You know, cats can't be coming out here getting their new car wet. I hear you. I hear you. But you rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. Shout to CommenterNation. All rights reserved.